We got former NASA astronaut, the author of Space Shuttle Stories, Dr. Tom Jones, joining us now to share his experience. We're honored to have you with us here on Fox Weather. Speaking of space experience, you've got a lot of it. 4 trips to orbit on space shuttles Endeavour and Atlantis, 52 days in space, some of that in a spacesuit, spacewalking, helping to build the ISS. What kind of marks, with all of your context, would you give this mission so far? How would you describe what we've seen this past week?
It's a really successful test flight so far, Ian. The crew is testing out the spacecraft. First time a crew has flown on the Orion moonship. So they're running through all of the checks with communications, guidance, life support system. And that's been very successful so far. Only a couple of little hiccups in the inside cabin experiments or tests that they're doing. And then, of course, it's a new look at the moon. They went around the far side of the moon yesterday afternoon into the evening, and they were able to make scientific observations of a part of the moon that we never see from the ground, and that even some of the robot lunar orbiters haven't been able to see. So those are augmenting our knowledge of the moon and sort of paving the way for going down to the surface in a couple of years, a couple of missions from now. So I'd give it top marks, and I think NASA's going to learn a lot on how to improve the Artemis spacecraft and system from this test flight.
And now the most important part of this mission, getting those 4 astronauts home. In your career in flight, like many astronauts, you're a retired captain in the United States Air Force, 2,000 hours in the B-52 Stratofortress. We talked about the time on the shuttle. Those are 2 big ships that do some gliding. The shuttle comes down with grace. This Orion spacecraft, the Integrity, what are you expecting that ride to be like for that trip down the splashdown off of San Diego?
Yeah, very different from the space shuttle experience that I had, where we glided halfway around the world to come back to a runway landing. Here they're going to plunge through the atmosphere at 25,000 miles an hour. That's almost half again as fast as we came home on the space shuttle. So searing temperatures outside the spacecraft's heat shield, about 5,000 degrees. And it's all going to be over in about 15 minutes or so from the time they hit the top of the atmosphere until they splash down into the ocean. So very rapid fire sequence of events. And instead of a gliding landing to a runway, they're going to plunge into the ocean. There's going to be a big smack and some shock from the impact on the ocean surface. But that's what we used during Mercury, Gemini, and Apollo. And I think the technology of the parachutes and the splashdown system, the flotation after hitting the ocean, that's all very well understood. And it did go well on the 2 previous unpiloted flights of the Artemis.
We just, earlier this hour, spoke with one of the scientists selected for NASA's first geology mission. That'll be for 4 when we have boots back on the lunar surface. What are you most excited about as we move a little bit farther through the Artemis program?
Well, first of all, when you get down on the surface, you have the chance to sample the materials of the moon. And if we go to the lunar South Pole, where we think the water resources are in the form of frozen water ice, we'll be able to gather rocks from the early in the moon's history that tells us about the formation of the Earth-Moon system. So we'll bring those materials back on the Orion spacecraft. And then I think most exciting for me is to determine and characterize what form is this water ice in? Is it snowflakes lying on a shadowed crater floor? Is it a layer of ice that's a foot thick, buried beneath some lunar soil? Or is it ice crystals permeating the upper layers of the lunar regolith, or the soil surface there? So we have to find out how that water is dispositioned so we can figure out how to extract it and make it into rocket fuel and drinking water and breathing oxygen.
Yeah, all of these important questions that will get answers. But I think this test mission, as you said, has reignited the curiosity and the excitement across our entire country, not just in the Artemis program, but in space exploration. And one of the best parts of it has been hearing the stories and the amazing experience of many former astronauts. That's Dr. Tom Jones, the author of Space Shuttle Stories. Great to chat with you this afternoon on Fox Weather. Thank you.
Thanks. It's a pleasure, Ian.
You bet.